We're getting ours directly from NORAD. We're getting ours directly from the US Space Command. Thank you for that super chat. Do appreciate your support. And there's also a little bit of delay between, from our feed directly to you. So there could be a, 20 or 30-second delay. So that's something to think about too. And the altitude of this rocket goes up and down because it's not in a circular orbit around the Earth, it's in an elliptical orbit. So think of an egg. That's what an elliptical orbit looks like. On the outsides, it goes further away, it gets closer in the middle, like an oval, so to speak. And when it goes further away, the altitude goes up. And when it gets closer, the altitude goes down. We've been live for over 24 hours with this feed. Thank you for sticking in here with us. And thanks for stopping by. If you're new to the channel, we cover everything space related on this channel as far as human spaceflight goes. We're almost at 76,000 subscribers because of you. David Roy, awesome job. Thanks for keeping people smarter. Thank you for saying that. Let's stay smart, everybody. Stay smart about this. No tsunamis. This thing isn't going to hit the ocean and cause a tsunami. It's not going to happen. Still only losing 300 meters per orbit, just past closest approach at 151.1 a moment ago. Yes. Yep. And once it gets past 100, that's when this rocket is going to start its light show. Because it'll be entering the Kármán line, which is the line between space and the atmosphere. So I'm going to go outside and look. I'm going to go outside and look in about, I don't know, probably 10 minutes or so and tell you what I see. Because I should, in theory, be able to see this once it passes. I might not be able to see it because it's going to be very far south, near South America. It's going to be transferring between Peru, South America, Mexico area. It's going to be going right between there. So I might not be able to see it. Tassie Man 92. Chat's going bonkers. You are right. Thank you, chat, for hanging out. I do appreciate your support here tonight. We've been doing this for about one whole day. 24 hours. It's been a 24-hour stream, everybody. Continuing this coverage. Thank you so much for stopping by. Does the moon's location affect the depth of atmosphere like it does tides? I'm sure it does have an effect on that. That's a really good question. I don't know that the answer to that. To be honest with you, I've never thought of that. But I'm sure it does. It has gravity, right? Hmm. That's a really good question. But does the Earth's gravity keep the atmosphere in check? Well, I'll look into that for you. That's really cool. Everybody, right now, if we could get everybody in chat to hit the like button, we would break YouTube probably. Let's see if we can break YouTube. I don't think it would break YouTube. I think it would just be funny to watch the ticker go up. 24-hour coverage, 24 plus hour, 26-hour coverage of the Long March 5B rocket deorbiting uncontrollably towards the Pacific Ocean. There's a slight possibility it won't land in the Pacific Ocean. There's a slight possibility that we'll overshoot and land somewhere else, like South America or even further. Maybe east coast of the US. Ken says, yes, atmospheric tides are a thing. I never thought about that. That's a really cool idea, man. That's a really cool thought. I never studied that. I love astronomy. I love looking at planets. I literally never thought of that. That was such a good question. If you're new to the channel, we cover spaceflight, SpaceX, Elon Musk, etc., etc. Now, speaking of SpaceX, there's a lot of stuff going down in Texas with SpaceX and Starship.
Hey, teste,
Starship
hey,
is SpaceX's gigantic
hey, teste, hey,
Mars rocket. Gigantic. They just landed SN-15, which is the
hey, teste, hey,
second stage of the rocket. The booster hasn't even been built yet, but the first stage, the second stage, has been launching a lot of test models for a while. SN-15 just landed, the first Starship to land. Crumpled the legs, that's how they're supposed to work, and Elon Musk said they might want to relaunch the thing just to see if it'll work. And SN-16, the next test vehicle, is almost ready to fly. The flaps are uh, spotted. They're not on the rocket, but the engines aren't on the rocket yet that we know of. SN-16 is in the mid bay or in the high bay. SN-17 is in the mid bay. No flaps, no bottom skirt, and no bottom fins. So we're awaiting that, and the BN3 booster is being built. Pieces are all over the place down there in Boca Chica, and we plan on continuing our coverage in Boca Chica. We're going to be moving our headquarters down to Boca Chica so we can get a better vantage point of Starship. I'm moving myself. I'm moving because I love spaceflight so much. I'm literally picking up everything that I own and moving to a place I've never been to before for this rocket. And I can do that because of your support. Everybody watching right now, it's because of you that I can do this, that I can pick up and leave. And I can say, you know what? It's important to do this. People need to know about this. So I need to go and cover it. And I have the means to do it. I am, an experienced videographer, experienced photographer. I have this show. People need to know about this thing. So I'm going to move everything in my life to Texas. Love to see that, but too cloudy here. So, oh well, it's far north here in South Dakota. Wish I had found you sooner. Look forward to learning more. Lloyd, thanks so much. Yeah, join up, man. We are here for you. Lots of space news coming up. SpaceX flies a booster for the 10th time this morning for Starlink. Yeah, the Starlink, what is it, two? I have been so busy with this that I haven't been able to cover Starlink at all. But the 10th flight of a Starlink, how crazy would that be? A 10th, like a rocket booster flying 10 times in a row. Like, that's crazy. That's, you know, refurbish the thing, send it back up. Lowest part of the elliptical orbit seems to be over Australia. Shouldn't that be first place it crosses the Kármán line and start deorbiting? It should a little bit past Australia, as far as I know, John, as far as I can tell. A little bit past, or yeah, let me take another look at that though. I want to make sure that's right. But you're pretty close, if not on point there. And according to NORAD, at give me 1 second here. I've got to make sure that I get the times right. I'm going to refresh. Make sure we have another latest info from NORAD. I think their website's getting hit hard from this launch, or from this deorbit. Page Waters, why are different countdowns up to 15 minutes off from yours? These are all estimates, and we're getting our information directly from NORAD. And directly from the Department of Defense, the U.S. Space Command. So when it's 60 minutes plus or minus, and they're all, even the U.S. Space Command doesn't know an exact time yet. So we are all in the same boat here. Thank you for that super chat. That's the best way to get a hold of me, is a super chat. If you want your question answered, if you have a question, if there's anything specific that you'd like to ask, super chat is the way to go. Next orbit will go down under South Australia, and cross over New Zealand. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to see it this orbit. Um, I think the next orbit is probably going to be the one that I'll be able to see the ship at. So I'm going to go outside and look anyway. When it gets closer to South America, I'm going to just look south. I'm not sure if I'll be able to see anything because it'll be coming from the west towards the east. It'll be south of me. So I'll take a look down there, see what I can see. We're almost at 20,000 likes. We only need 300 more likes. Not even 250 likes to get to 20,000 likes on this video. Crazy, man. Crazy. This has been a 26.5 hour stream right now. Live coverage of the real time tracker of the Chinese Long March 5 rocket. And as of right now, it looks like the rocket will be deorbiting and entering off the west coast of South America. It'll be re-entering at 2:11 UTC, plus or minus 60 minutes, at a latitude of 35.9 and a longitude of 34.4 in the Mediterranean basin. Kev Vox, thank you so much for the super chat. And we're waiting on tips from the U.S. Space Command. Hello from Latvia, Europe. Matthias, thank you so much for that super chat. Appreciate your support. Check us out on Twitter at Space News Pod, one word, on Twitter. Help us grow on Twitter as well. Rainy Shed, thanks so much for that super chat. How do flat earthers explain its orbit? Will they? Let's just say they have no idea what they're talking about. Let's just say flat earthers, get out of here. I don't care how they explain it. They have their weird ways of explaining things that don't actually make sense. So yeah, I don't know how they'll explain it. It'll be funny though. When they do it, it'll be comical. The way they try to do mental, yeah, they'll try to jump through mental hoops to make this make sense of this. All they have to do is look at the science of it. It's pretty easy. Pretty simple. Everybody who's here today, if you are new to the channel, we're here covering the Long March 5B rocket. China has said the rocket has unique designs that most of its parts will be burnt up during the reentry process. It's highly unlikely that debris will cause any harm to aircraft activity or ground-based assets and personnel. That's what China has said. Nothing to worry about here. I shouldn't say nothing. There's a very slight possibility to worry, but I wouldn't worry. More than likely, this thing is going to plummet into the Pacific Ocean, and no harm is going to be done from this rocket. Current altitude is about 166 kilometers up. Thanks, Asheville Trainman. When you look at the edge of the horizon, how far away is that directly over something? Ooh, that's pretty far away. That's a good question. Do you mean without things in your way? Like just if it were just a normal, like long field, like a long distance away. If you're on the ground, it's about 12, anywhere between 11 and 13 miles an hour, or miles away, about 20 kilometers ish, somewhere like that. Somewhere around there. Sarah Hall, thanks for that $7.99 super chat. Appreciate you. If you want to help out the channel, if you want to be part of this community here, make sure to join up as a member of the show. Rebecca White asks, is it going to deorbit soon or next pass? We have about an hour before we'll really know when it's going to deorbit. It's going to re-enter. Can we get 80,000 subscribers tonight? We're pretty close. Can we break YouTube and get 100,000 subscribers tonight? Could we do it? Do you think everybody here, if everybody here subscribes, you think we could do it? Let's try it. Eduardo, thank you so much for the super chat. Aiden Hagley, let's get to 80K subs. Yes, Aiden, thank you. Let's get to 80K first, then we're going for 100K. Let's try to get to 100K before this thing deorbits. Let's beat this rocket. 100K subscribers. Let's go for it. That'll be fun. "26 hours, 40 minutes into this broadcast. 26 hours. We've been broadcasting the tracker for the Long March 5B. As of right now, it's over the Pacific Ocean, near where it will re-enter and break up. Is it just the satellite or just parts of it? Andre, this is a rocket. This is a giant rocket. So this rocket sent a part of the Chinese space station into orbit just a few days ago. And now it's deorbiting. So this is the first stage of that rocket. And if you're anywhere near it, you should be able to see it in the night sky. It's like a satellite that flies by. It's really bright. It's really big. Thanks for that super chat. Dumdaki, I don't understand. Where are the $128 billion? I don't know what you're talking about there or what you're referencing, but thanks for the super chat. Appreciate your support. Can we beat Mr. Beast's super chat record of $1 million? Somebody said that in chat. So funny. That would be insane. I wouldn't know what to do. That would be life changing. Even the chats tonight, everybody hanging out, supporting the show tonight. This is literally, you're literally changing my life tonight. And by being here and watching this show, I should be able to do what I need to do for the channel to grow it to a point where we can bring you the latest space coverage. Crazy. It's insane. I'm just thinking about it. It's 3:30 a.m. here in Denmark. I don't care at this point. Thanks for that super chat. M-Pop, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm getting to the same way. It's 9:30 at night right now where I'm at, and this thing is going to deorbit at about midnight here, probably 11 or midnight, somewhere around there. And I am ready to take it on. That's about 2 to 3 hours more. I'm exhausted. I stayed up till 2 o'clock in the morning last night for this show, and then I woke up at 8 o'clock this morning to keep going. The uncontrolled reentering for other countries' rockets like ESA and NASA. Sometimes, not on purpose. Wow, super chats flooding in like crazy. Thank you so much, everybody. Kevox, I live in Southeast Texas. You think I will see it? Um, maybe, maybe it might. If it deorbits late, there's a possibility it'll go up near the east coast of the U.S. So it might skirt up through Texas and past the east coast. 49. If the current reentry target is off and it does near the east coast, eastern coast of the United States, what's the chance of hitting Western Virginia? Well, it's gonna. So it'll kind of skirt up the whole, like, kind of scoot up the whole coast from Texas up towards towards New York. You know, it'll go from across Mexico, Texas area, and then up towards New York. You know, that area, the Northeast. So West Virginia. I just drove through there actually when I was going to NASA at Kennedy Space Center a couple weeks ago. I know exactly Western Virginia is. Um, there's a chance that you would be definitely be able to see it. Hitting there, I'm not going to say that there's no chance, but there's a very slim chance that it would hit anywhere in the United States because you can never be 100% sure. You can never be 100% sure. Thanks for that super chat, Joshua. Holly, not to be too gruesome, but what would happen if it hit a populated area? This thing's pretty big, right? So this thing, if and I know Angry Astronaut mentioned this when he was on the show a couple, about 30 minutes ago. Um, it's not like it's nothing to joke about. This is a serious issue, and the rocket is dangerous. It's big. The parts that'll be dropping down and falling down would be about the size of a jet. It's a big rocket. Parts like, engine parts, they're built tough and they can hurt people and they could possibly injure somebody. So, injure or kill somebody. So the if it were to land in a populated area and there's people around, um, it could be devastating to a lot of people in that area. It could ruin businesses, could destroy cars, could land on people. If it's in a populated area, bad things could really, really happen. So hopefully it's not going to, and it's going to land in the Pacific Ocean. But we'll figure it out as time goes by. Do you think we'll see it in Chicago? Probably not, Jonah. But maybe just look southwest. Might be able to see it southwest. It's going to be going near the U.S. towards Florida. If you're in Florida, you should be able to see this right in a little bit here. So um, the reason why I did this is to promote the science behind what's going on right now and how it's irresponsible for some government to do this. We're not sure if the rocket had a controlled system, a controlled deorbit system equipped, or if it malfunctioned, or if it was even equipped with one to begin with. So we are, we're awaiting to see what China says after this thing lands. They're probably not going to say anything, to be honest with you. We're going to have a special guest in a few minutes. We're lining up Neil to join us. Hope you can join us. Trying to figure that out. Neil is a member of the Space News Pod team here, and we'll be talking about the Long March 5B rocket momentarily. So I'm going to take a quick couple-minute break. Stay tuned. We're going to have a special guest, Neil Thorne. when we come back. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. My name is Will. I'm the host of the Space News Pod. We're going to be switching off to members only chat for a moment. We're going to be reconfiguring some systems, so we need those resources. So, members only for a little bit, and we'll be back to give you as much information as possible about this Long March 5B rocket and its deorbit. It should be deorbiting into the Pacific Ocean. So, we're going to be switching to members only chat momentarily. If you want to continue chatting, become a member of the channel, hit the join button, and we'll see you soon. Stay tuned because this thing is going to be deorbiting tonight. Thanks for tuning in and being part of the Space News Pod. Thanks for subscribing and liking this program. We've been going live for 27 hours here, 27 hours straight. So thank you so much for all the support. It really does mean a lot.
vocês estão assistindo atrasado.
Não, porque aqui é gravado.
Não. Bota na vez mais aí.
Cada vez